everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, post, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms or talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now listen, folks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be sitting down. I run a live radio show right here on this channel. I take live callers, all right? Call in. We'll be talking about the Jets. We'll be talking about training camp. We'll be talking about the Jets' upcoming preseason game. We'll be talking about it all right? So call in. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. So with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets' recent practice and training camp. We're also going to be talking about, there's a lot of people talking about the New York Jets, you know, they're saying the New York Jets should trade for Zack Martin, all right? And we're going to be discussing that as a possible option to help the New York Jets offensive line. Even though when your boy Joe was talking about the Jets offensive line, people was like, oh, be quiet, Joe, everything's going to be fine. And boy, has things started to turn around, right? So we're going to first start off with the New York Jets offense. We're going to start discussing that. Now, the Jets offensive line continues to be a focus, okay? Now, keep in mind, there was supposed to be a joint practice between the Carolina Panthers and the Jets. That was canceled due to weather conditions, okay? So that was canceled. Panthers went on about their business, but the Jets did continue on and they held their own practice, all right? Now, the Jets offensive line looked a little bit better, but keep in mind, okay, that today's practice had no Panthers, okay, and they had no pads, all right? So they had no pads either. It was just the offense going against the defense. But the offensive line did look a little bit better. Billy Turner, as we know, has been moved from left to right tackle constantly. You know, he talked about it as well, how it's kind of a, you know, a mental thing because the type of technique that you need to use on the right side, you can't use on the left. Type of technique you need to use on the left, you can't use on the right because everything's reversed. Everything, your timing, all that stuff is different. And you really have to focus mentally to make sure that you get that down. But he was beat today by Solomon Thomas for a sack. Becton continues to work with the second team. I don't know what's going on with Mekhi Becton and just constantly working with the second team. Using drills. He looks really good, looks fluid, he's moving well, continues to go out there and put together a great effort, and everybody's excited about the way he looks. So we'll see what happens. I'm thinking maybe the reason why they keep continuing to put him, you know, with the second team and why he's working with them is because those are the guys that he's going to be working with when he goes out there doing these preseason games. Maybe he's just trying to build something with those guys, gel with those guys, build some continuity, and then eventually, you know, they'll have him working with the first team more consistently at some point, right? All right, that's my thought process on that. I could be completely wrong because other than that, I don't know why he's consistently, you know, working with the second team. So whatever. But when you look at the Jets situation, right, there's starting to be a prevailing thought that the Jets should look outside, okay, of MetLife and grab some offensive line help. There's been a lot of talk about the Jets, you know, possibly acquiring Zack Martin from the Cowboys, bringing him in at guard, and then kicking ATV out to tackle, right tackle at that. And we're going to be discussing ATV at right tackle in a second, all right? But when you look at the situation, a lot of people are talking about Zack Martin and bringing him in here. For those of you that may not know, Zack Martin currently is a Dallas Cowboy, okay? He's their starting guard, okay? Here's the deal. Zack Martin has been a really good guard in this league for a long time. And the issue between him and the Cowboys is financial. Now, Zack Martin had a deal at one point that was paying him as one of the top guards in the league. He was getting moolah, all right? He was getting that bread. But as the years have gone on, the numbers for guards have gone up and up and up. And he's looked around at 33 years old, keep in mind. He's looked around and said, whoa, I'm still a top guard in this league. These guys now that are the top guards, they're getting paid a lot. I want my number to increase as well. I want to get paid like one of the guys because I am one of those guys. And the Cowboys are like, bro, we gave you a big contract before. Like, play it out. We're not going to rip this contract up just to pay you like these guys are getting paid now or whatever. Like, you wanted money back then, we gave you the money. Like, bruh, knock it off. And so they're at a stalemate at this point where Zack Martin, he's standing on his principles, and the Cowboys are like, bruh, we'll move on without you, or, you're going to report, eventually, because, again, he's getting fined as well as this continues to go on. Every practice that he missed, he gets fined. So they're like, whatever, bruh, like, we're not doing nothing. So the door is open where a lot of people feel like somebody could come in there and snatch Zack Martin away from the Cowboys. Now, the question starts to become, if the New York Jets do target Zack Martin, bro, he wants money. Okay, that's what he wants. Right now, the top guards in the league are getting paid $21 to $20 million. I believe there's a guard with the Falcons. He's getting like $21 million. Quentin Nelson's getting like $20 million a season. Can the New York Jets truly afford that? That's a lot of money. And listen, Zack Martin's a phenomenal guard. No, there's no lie. Even at 33, he's still a good guard, right? Still a great guard in this league. But that's a lot of money. I think currently the Jets have $16 million of cap space open. This is after the Aaron Rodgers deal. And it looks like $16 million, I believe, next season as well. Where, what's going on? That's going to take a lot of finagling, right? A lot of finagling. Is he willing to take less to come here? I don't know, because, again, it's about the money with him. So you got to think he's going to want to get paid no matter where they send him, if they decide they want to trade him, right? And then you also got to think, is this a solid investment because he's 33 years old? Listen, he's a good guard, but Father Time's undefeated. And we've seen guys leave teams and go to other places and completely fall off a cliff because of age. It happens. 1 year, you're phenomenal. You get a lot of money. You might play good for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, boom, you slide off. How much longer does he have as being a top guard in this league? He's 33. He's 33 years old. You got to start to wonder about that. The other side of the coin as well, when you talk about acquiring Zack Martin, is you have to trade for him. You have to get the capital, okay? Because, again, the Cowboys have not cut him or nothing like that, so that you have to deal with them and get a move. Now, you look at the New York Jets, and you're talking about their draft capital they have available. We know that we made a move for Aaron Rodgers. If he plays less than, I think, 65% of the snaps, we end up giving a second rounder or something like that away. It's a lot of, but let me simplify it, okay? Let's say first rounder's gone. In my mind, Aaron Rodgers is going to play way more than 65% of the snaps for the New York Jets this upcoming season. I pray that he does, okay? So first rounder's gone. We got a second round down, okay? What exactly are you going to give the Cowboys for Zack Martin? I don't think they're going to take like bottom of the barrel prices for him at all. They're gonna want to make sure that they get significant capital back, because even though he's 33, he's a darn good guard in this league. He really is. And then you also got other suitors as well coming from outside. Then you also got to think, the more draft capital we trade away, there's holes in this football team that can become an issue as we continue forward into the future, that we were hoping utilizing draft capital, we would be able to fill those spots, like tackle, okay? Like, there's some question marks here, so you start to wonder what happens if the Jets actually end up trying to make a move for Zack Martin, what they're going to have to give up trade-wise to make it happen, and also how much money is it going to take to make him happy so he gets in here and we don't have those same issues that the Cowboys are having with him. It's very interesting. Now, ATV, okay, as I spoke about earlier, there's been a lot of people talking about kicking him out to right tackle. He spoke with the media and said he's willing to move out to tackle, okay, if the coaches want it to happen. ATV, right? The team guy. That's it. I'm telling you, this is what we do at USC. We bring guys like this into the NFL that are selfless, that don't care, that want to do whatever they can do to better their football teams that they play on. That's just who he is, all right? So we've seen ATV before. He's been at right tackle. He's been at left tackle before, left guard, right guard. He can play every spot on the offensive line. The only spot I don't think he's played in the league has been center, but come on, he can play that. So he also played tackle at SC as well. So, he's going to do whatever the coaches ask him to do, and he's going to be that Swiss Army knife. But we know, or at least I know, right? He's really a guard in this league, okay? He'd be an all right tackle, but he's really a guard. So I would like to see him kept at guard, because at guard, man, that boy's an all-pro. Like, he's dominant, okay? Now, Sulla also spoke about the situation as well, along, the issues and and struggles of the offensive line when asked about the media. And he said that they have options, to work and make this line, really function. He spoke about Dwayne Brown. He said Dwayne Brown is on his way back, which there's questions about that too, because everybody keeps saying, well, Dwayne Brown's coming. Dwayne Brown's coming. Bro, when is he coming back? When is he coming back? And when he comes back, does anybody know that there's some challenges to him coming back? Because he hasn't been out there because he's been on the PUP. So he's coming back off that shoulder injury, the shoulder surgery that he had. So he's coming back off of that. You got to wonder if he's in football shape, right? He's probably not because he ain't been out there. So then he's got to get acclimated to that, right? Get back in football shape, get rolling. Then you also got to talk about how he's got to gel, with the guys that we have here again. He's also got to gel within the scheme too. We have a brand new offensive coordinator in Nathaniel Hackett. Dwayne Brown has never been in, Nathaniel Hackett's offensive scheme. So it's like he's got to learn all these things. And then when is he coming back? Because if he comes back a week before we actually end up starting the season, bro, there's going to be some issues. Oh, by the way, everybody keeps talking about competition at every position, right? Put your best 5 out there. Guys are going out there and fighting. Okay, cool. Well, Dwayne Brown ain't been here, right, since camp started. So how can he come back and basically just be handed a spot along the offensive line, which honestly has to be the left tackle position because he's never played right tackle. He's never played right tackle. Everybody talks about Dwayne Brown like he's Trent Williams or something. Like he's just like the best tackle in the league, hands down. That's not true, and we all know that. So if he comes back here, you're basically handing him the left tackle position, which means that Mekhi Becton never had a chance to really win that left tackle position. So it's like, what's going on there? So there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions. And questions that I've been asking. When I asked them, I was told to shut up. But now, the consequences and the situation continues to spin, and a lot of people are starting to see what your boy was talking about pre-draft, okay? So there's a lot of questions about Dwayne Brown. Sulla went on to say that the plan and the goal is to keep ATV at guard, but it's all about putting their best 5 out there. So if kicking him out to tackle, is what they have to do because that's their best 5, they're going to do it. So we'll see what happens going forward, man. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions going forward along the offensive line, I'll tell you, man. Now, Aaron Rodgers did look good in his practice. He made a crazy throw to Malik Taylor. And Malik Taylor made a great catch as well. Malik Taylor's another guy that continues to show up and continues to show out in camp. And him and Jason Brownlee, those two guys, I'm telling you, they're going to make it very tough for them to be cut. And they are battling. Okay, they are battling for one of those spots at wide receiver. It's going to be interesting to see how this continues to play out. Garrett Wilson was also back at practice as well, looking good. Looks fine with the ankle. He was cutting. Everything was fluid. He was looking smooth. So it was great to see Garrett back out there catching footballs and doing his thing. Now, the Jets defense, okay, there's some notable things that went on as well for them in the practice. Sauce out with the quad. Sit him on the sidelines. Don't have him on the field until he's fully ready. Carl Lawson as well, sat out again, still dealing with the back stiffness, the tightness of the back. So he's dealing with some stuff, so he was out as well. John Franklin Myers and DJ Reed made a lot of plays, all right? Those guys are doing their thing in practice. And Tony Adams continues to impress, man. Sulla talked about him and Amos battling for that starting safety spot. There it's free safety, but in my mind, it's Tony Adams' position at this point. That man has shown up and shown out, bro. He has shown up and shown out. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this situation? What are your thoughts about the Jets offensive line? How do you feel about Zack Martin, possibly being acquired by the Jets? Are you in favor of the Jets making that move? If so, what kind of compensation would you give up? Also, are you willing to meet his contract demands? Big questions, man. Big questions going forward. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.